Just good evening to everybody. Welcome to the today class of the legal research of the topic that it is the LLM topic of the Stella that which I am going to make it out. See that read what I posted on the screen. Anyone can unmute and read. Participants, so that I could know that you are with me and I am with you. Both are traveling the same boat to reach the destination. Yes, I wrote that certain hints to the students of the South Legal Research Service by the Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain. And I have requested our Professor Yashpal Singh sir also to say the few words, provided if you join over there immediately. So once you gathered over there, then I will introduce him. Meanwhile, that I will continue it, the work of the Stella, whatever the mistake that she has committed it. Yes, now let us see that saint, the first page, there is no mistake at all because everything is all right, including the comma, full stop, and other rest of the other things are concerned. When you say the certificate also, there is no any mistake that I found, glaring mistakes I found there. But when you write the LLM, that generally I told you that how your LLM should be written. Then L full stop, M full stop, and the period that you missed over here. So that was the thing. Law of Saint, what is Law of Saint Augustine, University of Tanzania? Okay, that is want to say Master of Laws. Is it the idea? Master of Laws. Then why again the of Law of Tanzania? Because you repeated here. Here, what you do is Master of Law, it's enough. Then you have to remove this of law, it is repetition. Then of St. Augustine, University of Tanzania. Okay, that will be quite good. And when you write that, then the question is, after that there should be a semicolon. No, there is no semicolon, nor the colon comes over there when you make it the punctuation. The undersigned certify that she has read and hereby recommend the acceptance. How could you say she has read? Yamai she. Yamai she. You are not supposed to write like that. It is not she, it is he who has read and hereby recommends for the acceptance by the St. Augustine, University of Tanzania, the registration title, okay, analysis of law in combating the illegal wildlife trade in Tanzania, coroner case study of the Serengeti National Park, is a partial fulfillment of the requirement for the award of the degree of the Masters of Law, L full stop, M full stop, then that should be in parentheses, and of State University of Tanzania. Okay, that's quite good. So there is no problem at all. Okay, supervisor, date, and here when you come to the dedication is concerned, there is I highlighted it, which is there in the red color. I Stella Melcori then declares that this registry is my own original work and that it has never been previously. But you wrote a different thing. Please check it and say that the correction should be made and will not be presented to any other university for the examination. Okay, for the examination for the award of the LLM degree. Okay, this much is enough if you don't write. Then copyright should have to come to a separate page. You should keep every heading should be in a separate page. This registration is a copyright material and should not be reproduced by any means of the whatsoever in full or in part without the written permission of the what you wrote in the between. It should be the director of the postgraduate studies, research and consultancy on behalf of both the author and the St. Augustine. Correction I did it, you check it. Wherever the correction I did, I made it very much clear over there. I believe that you are hearing me. Am I right? Now say, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Doesn't matter because I actually work of that person which I made and she was absent. Okay, doesn't matter if you one person also get the benefit of it, that I will see that I will see that my mission will be fulfilled. I have a pleasure, but I have a pleasure. I have the pleasure, you should say. I have the pleasure to dedicate the dissertation of my beloved family and friends. A special thanks to lovely my parents, Melkori Minja, okay, no matter, for their financial and material support, and who is their prayers and encouraging words, strengthen me and push for that tenacity, okay, no matter. And here glory, then you put the commas, and Diana, any lovely brothers, Hilary, okay, hand by. So but you write me hand in hand. You should say hand in hand throughout my study. Okay. I also dedicate the dissertation as my lovely husband, the Fidelis, for supporting me materially and financially through the entire process. A real appreciation, we should say. I really, better to say, I really, or I have a real appreciation for what they have done in supporting me in the entire process. And here you can see I have a real, but that is the right way. And then here, my brothers, comma, and friends were enabling me to the complete the dissertation. Okay, this is well and good, and there is no problem at all. Then come to the because acknowledgement, we should write LEDGEGME, and there is no E. So you have to keep in the mind how you have to write the acknowledgement. So here the school of law, generally school should be the school, or you can say the school of law, and here law should be actually when you write the school of law, better you write S should be capital letter. Okay, let me magnify it so that okay, let me what is this? Why it is coming? Oh, it's so much big, so much small, so much big. Okay, now it's good. And this is by the grace, because you say by the grace, THE, the grace, a number of persons. When you say persons, how do you write it? Persons who, that is the way of writing, without their assistance and dissertation should be incomplete. And then valuable criticism, then they should say, and his, what is his? There is no his at all. He's thorough. And he's thorough, and who's thorough? I did it. Okay. His means mine only. Okay. Throughout the incisive, then the south, who, then you can say school of law, but generally you write the school of law, A should be the capital letter. And L should be the capital letter. Am I right? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, then they say mention them a few. There should be the lectures. Then what is the lectures? At the school of law, we can say, and Lekule and advocate Bernard Masalaba. Also, I'm grateful to the parents. Okay, parents, it's all right. And husband, we can make it out. Good. Then Gudila and others. And here we can say that the prayers and supports which kept me sane. Okay. And to all the above named persons who have touched my life in different ways, and other persons whom I should not mention, I could not mention. May Almighty God bless you with all. Okay. Then that is go the table of contents, then say declaration. Okay, preliminary pages 3, copyright, dedication, acknowledgement, list of cases, Lusaka Agreement in Wildlife Illegal Trade Protocol 1999, the United Nations Convention against the. I don't think that this should be come in the first. It may be in the annexes. Regarding the protocols are concerns or the acts are concerned, better you keep in the annexes after the bibliography. Then comes the abstract. Okay, abstract, we can keep it out. Then chapter 1. When you say the chapter 1, the subtitle should come there. Chapter 1, general introduction. So instead of making the, let you make it in a one sentence. Chapter 1, colon, you can make it the general introduction. So that will be quite good. Then 1.1 introduction, background of the study. Here, background of study. That is the way of writing. Then one should have to keep in the way. And the objective of the study, no, object of the study. So did you notice it? And general objective of the study, the should not be there in objective of the study. The specific objective, of course, general objectives of study, specific objective. I need not write again the study here because already that you wrote there in the above objective study. So generally you can write here a general objective and a specific objective. So that is the way that you have to, yes, then the research questions. Once you wrote it, the general objective and specific objective, there is no necessity of making the research questions because research questions are nothing but the specific objectives, that is the variables of the hypothesis. And then significance of the study, research methodology, then the data collection methods, documented review, primary data, questionnaires, secondary data, and I don't know whether you made it clear the target group or not. And the study area, sampling design, sampling type, and who are the sampling, that you have to make it very specifically. The figure also, the data analysis, and when you come to the scope of the study is concerned, and yes should be the capital letter. So that is the way of writing. Then literature review, identification of the research gap. Then we can say the chapter 2. When you say the chapter 2, conceptual and theoretical framework of the governing the preventive of wildlife. Okay. Then 2.1 introduction and 2.2 definition of the key concepts. Then the 2.2.1 is wildlife conservation. Then the 2.2 is the wildlife illegal trade. Okay, meaning of poaching, good. 2.4 production of the illegal wildlife trade. Okay, there is no mistake at all in writing. Then the question comes the theoretical framework of the wildlife illegal trade. Excuse me. Okay, next comes the deterrence theory of the wildlife illegal trade. Excuse me. Incapacitation theory, retribution theory, okay, good. Retribution theory also good. Cause of the illegal wildlife trading and the impact of the illegal wildlife trading. Then conclusion, good. Chapter 3, yes, analysis of the legal framework of the governing the prevention of the wildlife illegal trade. Then 3.1 introduction and the next 3.2 introduction to the legal instruments on private of illegal wildlife trading. And 2.1 the Ramsar Conventions 1971, then Wildlife Heritage Convention 1972, the Convention of the International Trade and the Endangered Species, that is 1972. Of course, this is also quite good. Then the United Nations Convention against the corruption, this is 203, yeah, okay. Then 3.3 is called regional instruments and prevention of the wildlife trades. Good. 3.31 is the Lusaka. Yeah, Lusaka framework for the prevention of the wildlife illegal trade. 4.1 Constitution of the United Republic of Tanzania, 1977. Then the Wildlife National Policy. Then comes the Wildlife Conservation Act, number 5 of the 2009. See, in the other places you did not write the number 5, but here that you specifically mentioned number 5 of the 2009. And my point is the uniformity should be there. Better you, in the other places you did not write the number, which is the act number at the time, that is ID number. But why did you want to show here? Better you eliminate it. My point is you eliminate it, or you have to keep for everything. That's my suggestion. So this way that you can make it out. Then comes the national wildlife. Here again, here put the number here. So in certain places numbers is there, certain places numbers are not there. So the uniformity should be maintained. When you keep the number, act number in all the places, you keep it. If not, you delete it and you keep only the year. Is it clear? Say yes. Participants, is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. When you write the cap, I told you already the cap is a shortening. In the abbreviation, it is a shortening form. Then the C should be capital letter AP, then the ends with the full stop. That is the way of writing cap. The cap full form is chapter, there you will say. Okay, international framework on the wildlife illegal trade in Tanzania, administrative institutions, Tanzania Wildlife Authority, then comes TANAPA, okay, good. And here the Ngorongoro National Conservation Area Authority, okay. And when you write the role of the court in enforcing the laws and the prevention of illegal wildlife, then why the trade? T should be small letter. The T should be
Capital letter.
capital letter. So lesson learned from other jurisdiction of prevention of illegal wildlife trade and South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Botswana. Then comes the conclusion. When you write the conclusion, she should be capital letter. So that's why I highlighted it and made the C as a capital letter. Then chapter 4, research findings and presentation of data. So 4.1 introduction, 4.2 analysis of the finding. When you write the finding, then F should be, whatever the F should be,
Capital letter.
it should be a capital letter, yes. 4.2.1, the strategy used by the Tanzania law enforcement bodies to combat the illegal wildlife trade. So that is good. Now let's 4.2 the effectiveness of the institutional framework involved in the combating the illegal wildlife trade in Tanzania. Very good, no mistakes. And here also, can you tell me that what is the mistake it is committed in the 4.3? I repeat the question. Can you tell me that what the mistake that you found in the 4.3?
F is a small letter, sir.
Which one?
Facing
Yeah, the F should be capital letter number 1. Next.
illegal also
Illegal,
I
I
must
should be capital letter here. Yeah, that is the way that you have to write it. Trade in Tanzania, okay. 4.3.1, high economic return from the wildlife crime. Then the E should be, economic E should be the capital letter here. Then
R
comes,
also must be
then
capital, sir.
no, returns we can write it. We need not to write the R. And from wildlife, W we can write it generally. And a crime that we will write it. Mhm. Then house poverty, then the P should be the capital letter here, we have to make it, and unemployment, where U should be the capital letter, there's the way we have to write it. Then 4.3.3, the presence of the inadequate and insufficient budget of the wildlife conservation and the insufficient support from other government institutions. Okay, no matter, it's quite good. In 4.3.4, the presence of the political interference, when interference would be there, I should be the capital letter, you have to make it out. Then the lack implies the L should be the capital letter. Here L, then the implies that E should be the capital letter. Then the moral M should be the capital letter. You have to make it out. Then the incidence of the human population H should be the capital letter, and population P should be the capital letter. That you have to make it out. Then comes the next point. High acts of the corruption and immorality from the government officials. Then the here G should be the capital letter. Then the official O should be the capital letter. And it's already told, but I don't know why they are committing the mistakes. Because I told you, no, the side headings always the first letter of the word should be the capital letter, except the prepositions, conjunctions, and articles. These are the things which should not come the capital letters, but the rest of the other things should be capital letters, and the rest of the other letters should be small letters. This equation I already told you. And 4.4, the effect of the illegal wildlife trading in Tanzania is well and good. And the success in the fight against the illegal wildlife trade in Tanzania, chapter 5, conclusions and recommendations. But generally, heading and subheading or side heading try to be a singular form. So better you remove the S from there, and here also you do the same thing. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate. But when you come to the here, I already told you the list of abbreviation you told, because every such a heading should come in the separate page. So list of abbreviation, because I told you that abbreviations are 4 types. Number 1,
I didn't listen that class, sir.
number 1, repeat. Repeat.
Sir, on the day I didn't attended class, sir.
But several times I told this. There are 4 types of the abbreviations are there. Number 1, initialism. That means USA. We will utter the word U separately, S separately, A separately. But when you write it, you write USA without any punctuation in it. So that is called initialism. But when you write the NATO, or you write the any conservation of the that is opaque, these are all we pronounce as a one word, and such is called an acronym. Then February, if you want to write it, you don't write it the full form of it, but the F should be capital letter, EB should be a small letter, then ends with the full stop. That is a shortening form. And comes the contractions are concerned. When you write I cannot, but people will not write CANNOT, but they will write CAN apostrophe T. That is a contraction. Is it clear?
What does acronyms, sir?
Each first word will be pronounced like a word. Each first letter of the word should be pronounced as a word. Like NATO. What is NATO?
Narcotic.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization. I did not say NATO, but I pronounced like a one word. Is it clear?
Each first letter. I am writing, sir. Each first letter must be pronounced.
Join together. If you separately pronounce, it is the initialism. If you pronounce like a word, then it is an acronym. And if you return in the cap, that is the chapter CAP cap, like an example EXAMP, full stop. And contractions, I cannot or I could not, you don't write the everything, but you write COUL apostrophe and T. Now that is the contraction.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
See, CPA, Criminal Procedure Act, it is initialism. But the cut, CURT cut, I pronounce it as a one word. The Constitution of the Republic of Tanzania. It is an acronym. So that's the
Acronyms
distinction.
have to pronounce each word, sir.
When you pronounce the each word separately, it is initialism.
Hmm.
Is it correct?
Okay, sir.
SCR. What is SCR full form? South Central Railway.
Hmm.
South Central Railway, SCR. Is it an initialism? Is it an acronym?
Initialism, sir.
Yes. Any doubt?
No, sir.
UNESCO. Is it an initialism or an acronym?
Acronym, sir.
It is an acronym because I pronounced each first word in one word, but there is no full form in it. No full form. No full form. Okay, URT. Okay, WLC, WFDF, the World Wildlife. Then it should be a separate page list of the cases. DPP versus, this is the old style of writing. Always the versus V should be the small letter and there would not be any underline, and this should be the initial italics. It should be in italics and no underline because underline is the old method. So it is only italics is enough. DPP. Okay, Peter Ingoria, another criminal. Okay, no matter because other should not be in italics. Right here again the same because I several times told you that whenever the case law comes over there, it should be in italics, but the V should be small letter, but it should be in the italics, everything, but not the citation. So of course she has committed a lot of mistake here, but anyway that she could hear it or when she see it, then she could understand it. Registered magistrate court, no matter. List of statutes, okay, principal statutes. Okay, when you write the number, you have to write the number to each and everybody. If not, better you forget about the number and write that just Arms and Ammunition Act, comma, 2001 enough. Criminal Procedure Act, I told you, Act, then cap 20. When you write the cap, naturally CAP cap, it ends with a full stop. And the Act, it should be ends with a comma. And here RE means revised edition, but generally you need not to keep any full stop between it. It's a penal code of Tanzania it is. It is a, see here cap is written, here chapter is written. There is no uniformity. So better you write CAP cap, that is the abbreviation of chapter. Here RE wrote, but here revised edition. So no uniformity. Is it clear?
Yes,
And you
sir.
write the penal
Sir,
code.
chapter CHAP Dot has to be written, sir.
Yeah, here penal code, actually the Tanzania penal code, but we can write after code comma, CAP cap, that is the abbreviation, and full form is chapter 16, then RE 2002, and yes, just you can write it in this way also. 2022. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, the Economic and Organized Crimes Control Act. Yes, cap, CAP cap, then full stop 2000. Then you need not to write the full stop also here. RE, just you can write it 2019. So that is the style of writing. So what is the mistake it is committed over here? Tell me. In this one, what is the mistake committed over here?
After act, year should be mentioned, sir.
Where?
National Parks Act.
Yes.
After comma, year should be mentioned. And
Of course, it doesn't have the year. But we written cap.
will
After
be
cap
year,
means
sir.
CAP cap and full stop. And RE can be written in this manner. So this is also okay. Cap again, full stop should be forgotten. And RE, we can write it RE in this manner. So uniformity
means-
should be there. Yes, any doubt?
RE means, sir?
Revised edition.
Yes, sir.
RE means revised edition.
Okay.
Of course, it is a Tanzanian act. The Wildlife Conservation Act, number 5. I don't know why I wrote number 5. Act number 5 or cap number 5. Better you write either write the cap or the uniformity should be written, because when you write the number 5, of course, that is the ID number 5 means the 2019 is the 5th act in our understanding. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the Written Law Miscellaneous Amendment Act, again number 2, after act you should have tried the comma. Then the number NO full stop, that is the way of writing. Then the Written Miscellaneous Amendment, here there is no act is written, only number is written. Even number also capital N, small o, and it ends with the full stop because it is an abbreviation. The Written Law Miscellaneous Amendment, again act is missing, number, and here the missing is full stop 3 of the 2016. So here the Written Laws Miscellaneous Amendment Act, here act is written here. But after act is written, naturally the comma should come there, then the year should come over here. But if it is not there, what is number 1? When we say number 1, it's an abbreviation, hence ends with the full stop and 12 of the 2019. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What is the mistake here? Which I highlighted? What is the mistake over there which I highlighted?
Conservation. 2 times act repeated, sir.
2 times act is written, so better you remove it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And here the wildlife conservation within parentheses, compounding offense forms, regulation, and here act is missing, but number is there. Of course, GN means government notification, that is. GN and then number NO full stop, that is the way. Government notice, GN means government notice. The wildlife conservation, dangerous animals, damage, conservation regulations, 2001, because when the comma is there, then there should be a space. And GN and here number after NO, then there should be a full stop. The wildlife conservation non-consumptive wildlife utilization regulation, comma, then there should be a space between the 6 and the starter, means around bracket. GN number means N capital letter, O small letter, ends with the full stop. So that is the style of writing. The wildlife conservation valuation of the traffic regulations, then there is no space after comma 2012, there is no space after 2, then parenthesis starts GN and number always in capital small o, and it ends with the full stop because it is an abbreviation for the number. So Wildlife Conservation Act, Wildlife Management Areas Amendment Regulations, then naturally there should be a space here. Okay, here sometimes no, I write regulation off. When you start writing off, the other way is put the comma, then you put the year. It's enough. Here, repeal. What is the mistake over here? Participant.
I don't. Mm.
What is the mistake over here?
In bracket, S is there, sir.
It should be capital letter. It's a statute. Statute or within parentheses, yes, both the way you can say. Statute singular, statutes plural. So here again they put the off, and here the off. Here is the number. Don't know. Uniformity should be maintained. What I want to say is either you write off or you write comma. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Sir, why repealed statutes of after that bracket is there, sir?
Where?
In repealed statute, sir.
Where the repealed? I did not see the repeal. Where it is?
Here. No.
Where is the repealed here?
Just now you corrected, sir. Okay. Repealed statutes.
Now up or down?
Down, sir.
I did not see. Read the full.
Repealed statutes, sir. In bracket.
Acha. Okay. See, at the time they used it. Now they are repealed.
No, I am asking why bracket is there, sir. Why can't
Here, either you can say statute or you want to say plural form, then they will keep it in the parentheses. You can use the both the way.
Okay, sir.
Either you can read as a repeal statute or you can read as a repeal statutes. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Because two or more than two is a plural form.
Yes, sir.
And here act, I don't know why they wrote that number. It's not the number. You should write the comma. Then better you write not act number of. This is the good. Is enough. Uniformity should be there. Okay, then Botswana, of course. When you write Botswana, because side heading, I told you the rule. Side heading always, the first letter will be capital letter, the rest of the other letters should be
small letters.
Small letters. Except prepositions, conjunctions, and articles. Wildlife conservation in the national parks, lands, killing, production, restriction, order of. Again, order of. You need not write order, comma, 2005. See, I checking only the, I did not go through the content of it. I'm checking only the, wherever the apparent mistakes are there. So Kenya should not be written in that fashion. Kenya should be written Kenya, Kenya. This is the style of writing. I don't know why in 2003, WCMA, okay, it's enough. Why? Then you write the comma, then you put it 2013, it's enough. South Africa, yes, just you put it home, say the small South Africa. Then comes the National Environmental Management Areas Act. Why, when you say act, comma is enough. Then why you need not get the parenthesis? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
The National Environmental Management Biodiversity Act. Again the same 10 of the 2004. Because other places you did not mention, better you mention. The uniformity sake is like this. Again the Zimbabwe. When you write the Zimbabwe, that is the side heading, then the side heading first letter should be the capital letter, the rest of the all letters should be the small letters. So that is a rule. So according to that one, it will be written as a Zimbabwe. Yeah, here also the same, amended in 2001. Okay, they made it very much clear. But act number, when you say that it should be a comma, then it starts with the, you need not write number 22 because in other places you did not write it. So uniformity should be maintained in your entire work. When you want to write it, you write it in all the places. Otherwise, you don't write it, the act number. So here are a list of instruments: domestic instrument, wildlife decree of the 1891, and flora and fauna, Lusaka agreement. Okay, again, I told you that it should be comma, Then 1999, that is the style you have to use it. International instruments, African Charter and the Human People Right. Off again, what? Why off? It should be written only, comma, and 1984, it's an F. Then comes the Convention on the International Trade and then Endangered Species. At the time that you better write the E should be the capital letter. Endangered Species, A should be the capital letter. And the Wildlife, Flora and Fauna, that is CITES of 1975. You need not write off, just you write the comma, it's enough. Rio de Janeiro Declaration on the Environment and Development. Again, the off, just you put it, remove it and put the comma, then 1992. Because why the full stop here? Did you keep the full stop anywhere? There is no full stop at all. Am I right? There is no full stop after year. Is it clear?
Sir.
Only 5 minutes are left. Okay.
Okay.
Ramasar Conventions 1971. The United Nations Convention Against the Corruption. Okay. See, just I have gone through the only glaring mistakes. Abstract, it should be in a separate page. And of course, I did not go through the content of it, whether the simple present is written or past tense is written, whether the grammatically correct or not. But anyway, that now the grammar check is there. Suddenly, it will check it and make the corrections. And when you come to the penal code, again, CAP cap, then it should be a full stop. It should come like that. So when you go through it, the glaring mistake should not be there. Otherwise, no, you will be caught out. Chapter 1, General Introduction. The study examines the challenges encountered in the conserving the wildlife and very forward. Okay. Then, and here, I don't know what type of the referencing they used it. Because they say it's the APA, Anglo, that is American Psychological Association Referencing Service. But the uniformity should be maintained when you are writing in the same manner. And if not, they will, a external examiner will cut out to you, because at one place you are referencing one style, in another place you are referencing the another style, then you will be cut out. And the background of study, the study you need not to write, because what we made the correction in the content. Is it clear? Again, the EBD, when the EBD is there, it is a Latin terminology. I should be capital letter and BID should be small letter, and those are in the italics because it's a Latin terminology and ends with the full stop. Because the fundamental rules, I told you that every footnote ends with the full stop. And here, I don't know, glaring mistake we found it. See here, 401 to 415. What should be the exactly? It should be written
TO2.
These are all the particular pages. Then PP, then full stop, then space. 401 to
415.
415. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why this volume 5 again within parenthesis 5 he put it over there.